Okay, we're good.
We'll call the meeting to order then. Do we have a quorum? I assume it is. Not the only one.
Yeah, Matt's the only one, but Matt's walking in.
He's walking in.
Mhm.
He's gonna be shocked when he walks in. I'm sitting there.
Yeah.
You're right about that.
Mhm. Mhm.
Sorry.
Matt, Mark, how you doing? Good, sir. Hello, everybody.
Now we'll call the meeting to order.
You had a quorum. Well,
Looks like we have minutes from April the 18th. Is that correct?
Mhm.
I'm gonna read the minutes and where's my papers here? I'll be reading for a while. Then we'll accept a motion to approve or change or whatever.
Just to approve the tax abatement for FCC. That's primarily what that is.
So is the text the only top part here on the first page?
Yeah,
Mhm.
the rest of it's the resolution.
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes as
We got a motion by
stated.
Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
A second by Matt. Got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
Last year, they now require us to submit a RDC spending plan. And basically what that is a budget for 2026. So the items I have listed, is the third page in your packet, is the debt payment for the Smith Brothers bond of $53,312.76. And then the capital expenditures, so the city garage, I attached our contract behind here. So if you look under the amount remaining, we have $594,344 left to pay. And you can see here that we're budgeting $200,000 additional, and it's basically for furnishing it, architecture fees, anything that's not in the contract. Basically, we wanted to make sure we accounted for any unknown expenses to finish up the contract. So it's overstated, most likely, but we need an estimate of what we're gonna spend. So is there any questions on that, the city garage?
So I assume we're not spending more than 1.1 million, is that correct?
That's for the total, yeah, for all the projects. And then we got quotes for 3 asphalt paving parking lots. The parking lot out here at City Hall, I think you said it hadn't been paved for a long time. And then the chamber parking lot, and then the pool parking lot. We included the cost in the budget for all 3 of them. That's not necessarily the plan to do all 3 of them, but we wanted to put them in there. There's some construction, we're dealing with some park improvements that could potentially cause us to have to tear up the pool parking lot at some point, so we didn't want to pave it and then have to come back and do it. But we put the cost of all 3 parking lots in there for you guys to see. The pool improvements, there's a packet, it's the very last stapled. The pool board put together a few larger expenses that their budget typically cannot sustain, and asked that the TIF fund some of these things. One was a toilet piping refit, and basically it's rerunning the lines and putting a lift station in. So that was the $52,086.50. And then there was plumbing for the toilets that is connected. or no, I'm sorry, this is for the pool boiler replacement. The boiler is on its last leg. And so he got a quote for that, and that's $34,500. Painting the pool, now typically that is included in their budget. I included it just because he had it with all these, but I'm thinking that's gonna be paid out of their budget, which is $8,484. And then, the Amsteds, the last or second to last invoice, they want to add on more concrete to where the diving blocks are, for the swim team. So they quoted us on that quote, you'll see, for 6 more feet and then 10 more feet. And it's a difference of $1,500 between the two prices. So, and then the last quote was for, the material of the flooring in the concession stand. I guess the flooring needs redone, and that was $9,842. So the total pool improvements was $124,837.31. With that being said, they do have approximately $29,000 that we're probably going to encumber to help offset that boiler. So I'm thinking the boiler will not be run through the TIF funds, and then the painting of the pool. But I did include them in this budget just in case something happens. In their regular budget that can't cover those costs.
How much does a new pool cost?
A new pool?
2.5 million.
How much?
2.5 million if you build one like Portland or Oklahoma City.
Ooh,
I'm just saying.
I haven't been there for 50 years.
What year was that built?
Pardon me?
What year was it built?
64,
63, 64, probably somewhere in there.
So I kind of had to build a new pool, but there's been such a proliferation of cities building new water parks with the regular park stuff and the water park stuff. And they're starting to see results of that being some additional housing requests. I mean, people are moving to those communities. So we talked about this with economic development thing about quality of place. And people look at that type of stuff for where they want to live. So are we fixing something that we should at some point look at replacing with something different, bigger, better, wider? I mean, implement other things there? Or is it just, let's keep fixing a 50, 60-year-old pool?
When was the last time we fixed anything? I have no idea.
Well, I think it gets fixed now. There was a time when I was on the park board and we never got any money because the pool spent it all. Hey, can we get some of the park? And they're like, no, let's get all the money. If they have any left over, then the park got it. That was 30 years ago. But so that there was always money. I think they go a budget line now, like for maintenance and stuff like that. I think these are more like bigger projects that there's not budgeting necessarily in the city budget.
Yeah. So I did the lift station, the first cost, the 52, I know Kurt and I had a conversation that if for some reason we decided to redo that bathroom and knock it down, that what we're doing with those costs would not, it's basically, we're not redoing it. We wouldn't be redoing anything. You know what I mean?
They can use that lift station if you put a pool there again.
Yeah. So it'd be there. I think the reason they want to redo this is they're having backup issues with the toilets and in the bathroom.
Shower houses.
Yeah.
Bathrooms.
And that can be, that's gonna be fixed when you spend $52,000. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. In Kurt's notes, he said the toilet drain from both the women and men's bathroom are original piping from pool construction, has multiple collapsed sections that need repeated cleaning out throughout the summer. it causes the pool to close and we can't provide sanitary services. The original drains run under the entire building. And so they're quoting to get the lines to run outside of the building. And then they will drain west and south and tap into the new manhole on the property. So it's just rerunning that sewage line.
I have no idea how many, are there 500 people going swimming every day? I have no idea, no concept of how that pool is used.
In the past, one of the conversations always was, why would we ever want to your question, why would we ever want to invest $2.5 million in a investment that only is open 3 months a year? But I think that's the Swiss version. You know, that's the conservative thought that you only get out of it what those 3 months are. But I think you're right, Matt, that the quality of life thing to get people to move in, people have expectations these days.
Mm-hmm.
We've driven our grandkids down to Jay County to go to their pool because it's so.
That's what I hear people say from Berne. They go to Portland or now they're maybe go to Bluffton.
Yeah.
Bluffton's new pool.
Just say that for future reference.
It is the only
This is
probably
what-
that
this
has
is-
that.
You know what?
I know Portland, Columbia City, and Bluffton's right in the process right now of redoing an area with a new water park. There was a nonprofit of some sort that had fundraisers to raise money for those pool additions or new pools. And then, just like this one, years ago, there was a fundraiser and then it got turned over to the city and or the nonprofit to jointly run the operation of the pool. So it takes a fundraiser or a campaign of some sort to raise that kind of money to put in a pool.
Well, Bluffton did. I
Yeah.
mean, I was just looking here to see what, I can't remember what theirs ended up costing them.
For a while, Portland, the new pool
There's a
didn't
lot.
have a heater. Ours has a heater that we heat the water, so I know that was the case for that pool in Portland. But the aesthetics of it and the way it looks, it's really a nice water park.
Yeah, I think they took out the diamond boards and put in slides instead.
One of the engineering firm that's doing the park study for us right now, they came down and did an ADA assessment of the park and the pool and some of the other areas, and they said they thought we had a really nice pool based on what was there, which we do, but it's not like the water parks that they're building now. So.
Has the city talked about long-term plans for the pool?
I mean, not, maybe right, we're going through a park study that is kind of including the potential of the pool, but I think our focus is more on the park at this point. The other cost I have in here, just the last one, is we discussed doing streetscaping. I know in the April or it might have been the March meeting, that has been on our list for a long time, and that we approved getting RFPs. That $200,000 is an estimated cost. They're due in December, so we won't really know what that amount is until December. So I'm hoping I covered what it will cost. But so estimated total that this would allow us to spend is $1,111,224.98. for those mentioned items above. The other thing we do want to think about, we really have no idea what the new law that's in place is gonna do, because the property taxes, what we're gonna be bringing in, we don't know what it's gonna do to our revenue in the TIF district. So we just need to prepare for that also, that our funding could be cut due to those tax laws. I think they're discussing possibly changing some, but
Yeah, there's a growing list of things that need to be changed on that bill. I'm just looking here because I think I got Burns, City of Burns numbers from our fiscal people the other day. I think it looks like revenue change for estimated revenue change for 26 was a gain of $54,000, 27, and then starting 28 when it goes down. I don't know what the impact's gonna be on TIF.
mm-hmm.
They give us the estimate net levy and then what that impact is. Senate Roll Act 1 and House Roll Act 1427 have an impact.
So the question before us is approving this 1.1 million.
It's really approving the proposed spending plan for reporting purposes.
Yeah.
Really, I mean, you're not
really
approving those expenditures
Right.
necessarily.
We made them higher just to cover what we think it's gonna cost. So we don't have to pull you back in here for one item and in one meeting type of thing.
So who would
So
decide?
I would say the decision to actually fix the pool, who makes that decision?
Well, you have the purse. So, yeah.
We first to use TIF funds to help fix the pool, but we know we don't have to use all TIF funds to fix the pool because some of it is in the budget.
But so if we approve this, which I'm fine with that, but if you approve it and say, okay, here's $124,000 towards pool improvements, if the city says, we're just not gonna do that this year, we're gonna wait, for whatever reason, but that's what happens. I mean, it's not like we can say, we allocated the money, you have to go spend it.
Yeah, you don't have to spend.
Okay.
It's,
So ultimately, the city would decide whether or not there's a new pool going to be built, not this group. Right?
Unless you put that new pool in TIF district.
If the new pool's in the TIF district, you would decide to spend money out of the TIF funds to build a new water park. Yes.
if enough charitable dollars are spent or are raised where you don't have to use any TIF funds, then you wouldn't have anything to do with it.
Right. Yeah.
But that's highly
Unlikely.
unlikely.
It all depends on what a fundraising campaign would raise.
Yeah, and there, we haven't even talked about a baseball complex or anything like that too. I mean, so there are a number of things that people have been asking for that TIF funds could be used for. But we've been using TIF funds for Dunbar and for the city maintenance facility, and now we're finally to the place where maybe some of these more quality of life type things can be funded through TIF.
Because the ground that's down at the pool is just the parking lot and the pool. Is that it? That doesn't include the baseball diamond, does it, or does it?
That's in the TIF district, is that what you're asking?
Kinda.
The pool's in the TIF district, the park is not in the TIF district. If there be any fields, like, let's say going to the east, that would be in the TIF district. Either the district would have to be redrawn, or you are able to spend TIF funds in adjacent properties to the TIF district if it benefits the TIF district. So. But if it was a half mile away, no. Because that would be adjacent.
Any questions, any comments, any motions as decided this?
So I just want to be clear, like the pool improvements, I want to leave as much funds as we can in the TIF district. So if I can pay for those with the budget, like I would like to encumber the 29,000 to help pay for the boiler and the painting for the pool to be out of the regular budget, but we included it just in case we run into any unknowns next year. Yeah, so my goal is to pay for what we can out of the regular budget, and try to build this account back up to pay for other things.
There's nothing down there right now that we know about that could fit that description, is there?
Like unknowns.
Like an unknown that suddenly we dig a hole and we got,
Yeah, so some large expenses occur like when there's a water leak down there and we're just pumping water to fill up the pool, and the boiler goes out, which we have plans to, but heating it just, it's expensive for the pool. So those I think would be the main unknowns if something like that would happen.
questions?
Not to beat this pool issue.
Yeah.
Can I just start, what, you said $2 million to 2.5 to build a new pool. I don't know what Bluffton's project total was. I don't know. They raised $1.2 million in private money. But this is 3 dedicated pickleball courts, an ADA accessible playground, a year-round community room with a kitchenette, private restrooms, 3 season rentable outdoor pavilions, an 8-lane, 25-meter lap pool, lazy river, diving board, water slides, toddler area with the water features and separation walls, concession stands, multiple restroom options.
I've got stuff there.
That's a lot there. I mean, I don't know if that was if we're talking about one pool, and if you look at the pictures, it's a massive pool. It's a huge pool. It goes all around. It's a lazy river. I mean, I don't know
Yes,
what
that would be more than 2.5 million.
right, but I'm just thinking, I mean, if it's double, they're pretty excited that they raised $1.2 million. I would think they'd want more private money. If that project had to be $5 million, I was trying to find where there's a total project. I don't know. You have any idea?
I could ask my sister-in-law.
No. I'm just curious, because I'm thinking, it seems like a lot to build a pool our size, like that, just to rebuild that would be $2.5 million. Seems like a lot.
Well, I think it's gonna cost $100,000 to put a small pool in, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if that's considered a small pool or a large pool.
Man.
I don't think it would cost 2.5 million to put in a pool like we have right now.
Or is it $2.5 million for a pool? Is that
But
just
one like Bluffton has, or Portland and Columbia City have, would cost north of 2.5 million.
Yeah.
Because of
Oh,
all
yeah,
those
I mean,
features you ran.
That's what I'm saying. This has to be a huge project, but they were really excited. They raised 1.2 million and that exceeded their expectations of private money. So I think if you're going to do something like this, you'd probably put a higher goal than 1/5, of private money. Oh,
Yeah,
The total estimated cost for the Wells County Community Aquatic Park in Bluffton is approximately 8.4 million.
okay. All right, well, then we'll let that go.
Just saying,
Wow.
for 4 months, well, pool wise it'd be 4 months, pickleball
Yeah.
and some other.
Well, they got their community
Community center and all
year-round.
that, yeah. So I'm not sure where they're getting the 7.2 additional funds for the rest of it.
Part of it is from the county,
Oh, is it?
because it's a Wells community.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, the park project.
questions?
So do you need a motion to approve this?
Yes, it is.
I'll make that motion.
Got a motion by Matt, is there a second?
Yes.
Second by Mark. All in favor, say aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries.
So you need to sign it. Oh. It's coming. Okay. So that's I will. Look at this messy.
Real quick. I think we might be there. Is that everything?
I think so. Mhm.
You motion to adjourn or we just adjourn? Get it done.
Well, it looks like item D is the next thing on the agenda, which is adjournment. A motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
Make that motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Got a motion by Jamie for a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Thank you very much.
No, never voted against adjournment. You stay here. I'm gonna- Yes, I'm a yes.